Hello, good people. Welcome back to Celeste Gentle Corner. I am your host, Celestine, and this is my space where I do share my reflections. I do share light conversations. I do share just ordinary day-to-day life lessons that I do pick along the way, along as I live my life. And I do welcome you to engage with me. I do welcome you to subscribe to this channel. I also do welcome you to like the conversation and share with a friend or two. They might line a thing, and let's grow together. So today I want to talk, today is one of those days that I want to talk about lessons that life is teaching me, and specifically what adulting is teaching me. Very interesting. So it's not lessons that I've learned in a day, but it's lessons that I've learned just over time as I became an adult. And I was just reflecting, what are those lessons that nobody told me, but I'm just surprised that I'm picking them along the way. So I know, and I have a feeling that most of you will relate with one or two, and I will be glad if you share in the comment section which one hits home for you. Yes, it will be good to know that I'm not alone learning these lessons. So let's start the conversation. And lesson number one that I'm learning, or rather that adulting is teaching me, I am just shockingly realizing that in most rooms, I am now the adult in the room. Yes, it can be shocking, it can be humbling, but most of the rooms that I'm finding myself in, I'm finding that I'm now the adult in the room. You know, growing up, I used to look at, maybe if it's a workplace, I'm looking at my seniors. If there's a situation at work, I'm looking at my seniors to give solutions. If it's at home, I'm looking at, my parents, or maybe my, my older cousins to give solutions. But I am finding now that when I look around the room, maybe if there's a situation that requires real-time solution, it could be at family, it could be at workplace, and I look around and I'm realizing that I have joined the adults club, yeah? That I'm now part of the people that are required to give solutions. I'm now part of the people that are required to, to give my wisdom. And sometimes that means you might feel that you're not maybe ready. You might feel that, oh my God, I don't have an answer to this. You might feel that, you are inadequate. But trust me, with the knowledge that you have, with the experience that you have acquired, go ahead and just give it a shot. Yes. But the shocking thing is that now I'm the adult in the room, and people are looking up to me to give wisdom and to solve issues, which is a very huge responsibility. Lesson number two that I'm realizing, this one I'm realizing, it's for me, and I've also seen it in my friends. Somebody will call me, and with all sincerity, maybe I'm doing something, and then I'll tell them, I'll call you in a few. Trust me, that call I might not call immediately, that few, in quotes. The call might be done maybe after 2 days. But when I was saying it, in all sincerity, I wanted to call in a few. So I have experienced it for me. I've also experienced it from friends. But I'm realizing adulting has a lot of competing things. Probably when you said I would call you in a few, you meant it. But somebody just came in with some work that was urgent, and all your attention all your attention was diverted to it. Or maybe something just came up and you forgot about the call. So what I'm learning to do as an adult, because there's so many competing things, I'm learning to just note everything on the calendar and schedule. When I say I'll call you in a few, I schedule on the calendar. I'll call you maybe if it's true. I know I'm doing this thing. It will be done by by 5 p.m. I schedule 5 p.m. call so and so that at least I have a reminder, because if I don't do that, trust me, that call will come in 2 years' time. And in that spirit, I'm also learning just to give my friends grace, other people grace, because I know there's a lot happening. There's so many balls that an adult is handling, and some might drop. So I'm learning to give grace, but on my end, I'm learning to schedule everything on the calendar. If I plan to call you, it's on the calendar. If I plan to text you, it's on the calendar, so that at least I get that reminder. Yes, because if I don't do that, trust me, I will call maybe in a year's time. So another thing that I'm also learning for adults is that we don't have it figured out. Yes, that is so humbling. You don't have it all figured out. Every adult that you see walking around, your mentors, your parents, your older sisters and brothers, your bosses, they don't have it all figured out. Everyone is winging it, at least on one section of their life. And if they're not winging it, it's a daily, day-to-day, they're taking it a day at a time. Yeah, most of us have parts of our life figured out, but some parts we don't have it figured out. So this is so encouraging and humbling at the same time, that most of the people I see around don't have it figured out, especially adults, that we are living the section of our lives that we are discovering, and we are learning a day at a time how to handle maybe conflict, how to handle money, how to handle, just the parts of life that, that life throws unto us. So it's a humbling lesson to learn. So it removes the pressure of wanting to, to be seen like, you have everything mapped out. But it also just helps you to know that we are all human. We are limited in some areas, we are knowledgeable in some areas, we are learning in some areas, and we are figuring it out as we go. Yeah, so that's one of the lessons that I'm learning. Another lesson that I've learned along the way, which is very interesting, and I was just reflecting. It's about hanging out with friends. I was just reflecting when I was in college or university, that hanging out with a friend meant you just go knock, on the knock the door at their room. You enter, you cook together, you watch movies together, you go out window shopping. I said window shopping because trust me, most of the time we didn't have money. You go out window shopping together, and that's it. Or maybe you're from class and you just say, oh, can we go to to the supermarket, can we go to the store? And it was as easy as that. But when I have grown up, and my friends, my peers have grown up, and we want to hang out, it requires logistical operations. It requires a whole planning committee. Why? Because like I said before, people have so many competing wants and needs, things that require their attention. So you might find maybe it's just a simple suggestion in the in the WhatsApp group. Oh guys, it's been a while. Can we plan for a coffee? And that will be the beginning of scheduling, planning, because maybe a suggested date, somebody has a family commitment, somebody is traveling for work trip, somebody has, I don't know, there's just so many things. So hanging out with friends is not as simple as it used to be in the younger days, and it's okay, because finally when the negotiation and the planning and the logistical operations are fully realized and guys eventually meet, it feels like, you know, winning, I don't know, an Oscar or something. But it's not as easy as the way just calling a friend, oh, let's meet on Friday, and it's done. There's so many things that are happening. So yeah, such is adulting. Friendship, meetups is complicated. Everything is practically complicated. It's not as straightforward as it used to be when we were younger. Yes. Another one that I'm learning, I think the last one, that was shocking to me personally, is the food restrictions. Okay, nobody is restricting me to do, apart from doctors, nobody is restricting me to eat certain foods, but my body suddenly, it's communicating, it has opinions of the food that I can eat. And sometimes when I don't obey my body, trust me, the regret the next morning, it's crazy. So for example, for me, I think I have shared in one of the videos that I love tea, and I love milk tea. But suddenly, I cannot take milk. I cannot take milk tea. Suddenly, I cannot eat past 9, because if I eat past 9 the next day, my body punishes me. So that's one of the shocking things that I've realized, that we know when you are younger, you could eat anything, you could eat at any time at 2 a.m. You know, you know, sometimes you've gone out and you come back with your stomach is rumbling at 2 a.m. You could just, you know, fix a meal or fix whatever is there and eat. My dear, as I have grown old, my body has all sorts of restrictions as long as food is as long as food is concerned. There are certain foods that if I eat, my body will not be at peace. If there's certain time that if I eat at that if I eat at that time, my body will punish me. So those are the things that I'm wondering. Oh my God, I thought growing up meant I could eat anything, because now I can afford everything that, you know, I wanted. When I was younger, everything that was being limited to me, I can afford. But I'm learning, my body is telling me no, and when I disobey that no, trust me, I will not like it the next day. Yeah, so those are the lessons that I'm learning, or the ones I've learned, at least the ones I can share. So I invite you to also share with me, what lessons are you learning as an adult, and if there's one that is relatable to you, please let me know in the comment section. And yeah, see you in the next video. Bye bye.